Good morning, guys. This is Ray with Ray's Landscaping, and it is Christmas Day, man. Christmas Day, guys. Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Want to let all the new subscribers to my channel welcome, and I'll try to give you good content, man. Well, I don't know if it's good content, but it's real. So that's what I'll do in my videos, and glad everybody is here, you know. Anyway, so I did a little video yesterday just for a few minutes over my help getting locked up and all, and I kind of, after I looked at it, I kind of wanted to clarify a few things. Well, I'm not going to get him out of jail, that's a fact, but you know, if he were a different kind of guy where he had a place to live, this guy doesn't even have a place to live. So I'm not going to bond somebody out of jail that works for me that doesn't even have a place to live, because that kind of forces me to have to work them every day just so I can keep tabs on them. Yeah, it's too much trouble. Okay, so I just wanted to say that for yesterday's video. Also, I want to make my videos shorter, man. They're too damn long. So that's another thing I'm trying to do. Okay, so let me get on to the point of what I wanted to talk about today. We done did the Merry Christmas and all that good mushy stuff. So now let's talk about I want to talk about my help issue that I have now. Okay, and how they pay help. So over the last 4 seasons, I've had guys working for me. I've had guys working for me all along the way, but I kind of honed in on just a few guys about 4 or 5 years ago, and they've been working for me. And being new with employees and all back then, I didn't really know how to, you know, I would just pay them by the day, you know, and I would actually pay them daily, you know, and then let them figure out their taxes at the end of the year. So, and they would make roughly, you know, give or take, $80 to $100 a day, and I would pay them in cash at the end of the day. Well, last year I quit doing that because I was always having to have a lot of cash on me, and you know, and the type of guys that work for me, it would take, you know, their $80 or $90, $100, whatever it was for that day, and they'd get in the truck the next morning, they wouldn't have a dollar, you know. So then what I started doing is last year I just said, okay, I'm not going to pay cash every day, got to get paid on Friday. So what I then did is I would, and these are the guys that ran the other truck, 2 guys that ran the other truck. So what I would do every day is I would give them $20 a day on their pay, and then, you know, take it out of their pay on Friday. So I did that for last season. I ran into some issues with that too, because then they would come and ask me, hey, can I get, you know, $30 of my money from today? And then what happened too that I noticed is that as we got into later in the week, you know, where you know, Thursday or so, well, they're all pissy attitudes and stuff because they have done gotten a chunk of their check, especially if they got any more than the 20 a day. So their check would go from, you know, $450 or so, like something like that, or they getting $300, you know. And so then, you know, and sometimes they would even not have, they would not get anything, maybe, you know, because in order to keep the things running smooth, in order to keep the headache, you know, it's all about the headache, like somebody said in one of my comments. To keep the headache to a minimal in the heat of the season, I will let them borrow a little bit. I will let them, you know, I would give them some days, you know, if they ask. And I didn't make it easy for them. You know, I would always have something to say about it. So as the summer went on, they couldn't make it on $20 a day. Now keep in mind, you know, that I mean, I don't know why they couldn't make it. Just keep in mind that they were in the other truck, they weren't with me. So anyway, so fast forward through the season, last season, this 2019, they started wanting a little bit more money. One guy got a speeding ticket. He waited to the very last minute. Then he wanted to borrow money from me to pay the ticket on the very last day. When he'd been making money all along that he could have paid the ticket off. So just for keep the business running sake, I paid a ticket for him and then take it, and then we'll take his whole check because the ticket was about $400. And so, but what I noticed is that by the end of the week, if I had gotten, if they had gotten the $20 a day, then their check, especially if we had a rainy day or something, their check would be slack, and I think I set myself up, with $20 a day. So in other words, really what I was having to do, I was paying these guys $20 a day just so they show up, because, and I need to get a better type of guy, because the type of guys I had working out here with me, man, they would spend, the $20 a day, and then they wouldn't have anything to show for it, and at the end of the week they wouldn't have any money. And then, and then every day they would get the 20, and then they get in the truck the next morning, they wouldn't have $1. So, anyway, that helped. One of them got fired. I fired one of them for using my mower on a property. And I got a video of it. I haven't ever posted that video because, well, it's not pretty. I'm yelling at him and screaming at him and just, and everything. And, it's not flattering for me either. But he was using my mower on a property that he wasn't even supposed to, they weren't even supposed to be on. So, what would you guys do in that situation? I know what you guys would do. You'd fire them. And so I did that, and so I fired that one. I didn't fire him that day. I fired him the following week because I thought about it, and I just realized I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't, let him run my truck no more, or even be a passenger in the truck no more. So, and then the other guy got arrested for some stupid crap, probation violation or something. So he got kicked to the curb. And then the third guy, he got arrested, last week, like I said in the video yesterday. So, where do I get help at, man? And what am I doing wrong to make these guys, well, I can't make these guys stay out of jail. Damn, And I'm sure, we've all had our issues. I've had my issues, and I've had to do what I've had to do as a young man too. So, you got to go through all that crap to grow. But I could not deal with, I can't deal, moving forward, I can't deal with the help and all the drama that goes along with some of these guys that have worked for me in the past. And I don't really even know what to do, man. So right now, Ray's Landscaping, I ain't scared to say it, I ain't got no help. And a good thing it's all season, and good thing that I got, the Bobcat, and I got Bobcat work for the next couple of weeks. And, the lawns aren't really doing anything. And, and I was getting to a point with these guys where I wasn't motivated to create a bunch of work. Because I can always create and generate more work than what I am. The reason why I don't is because I don't have, or didn't have, help that was reliable enough and could stay with the program long enough for me to, want to put a bunch of money in their pocket, because it seems like the more money they made, the more fucked up they got, or the more money they made, the more issues they had. So I guess I just curious, and I did get a lot of good feedback yesterday on how to get help, where to get help, and all that. And I'm gonna take all of that feedback into consideration, and I'm gonna put a model together for this year as far as help goes. You know, I'm gonna hire guys that we're going to try to hire guys that aren't so damn needy, you know. And I feel like if I bring any of those guys back this year coming up in 2020, that they'll corrupt the newer guy that I got coming in. I think, and y'all let me know in the comments, I think that I should just start from scratch, you know. You know, like I said, I had one helper use the mower on another job and making money off my machines. So he got fired. The other two went to jail. Man. So, as I roll into 2020, that's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm trying to figure out how to avoid moving forward in my business. You know, I've been in business long enough to be able to generate a good living for me and probably for two guys, you know. And with that being said, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to go through the process of interviewing and hiring. And man, I don't like that part of the business. I guess I better get used to it though, because that just seems like well, that's inevitable that I'm going to have to do it, you know. And I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't, you know, I'm not, you know, it ain't something I'm scared of. It's just something I don't want to take the time, y'all. I got to be honest. I don't want to take the time it takes to field applicants, you know, for a job with me. When I put an ad out, y'all, don't think I'm bullshitting, but when I put an ad out on Craigslist or whatever for help, lawn field work, and, you know, in lawn care business, you know, dude, I get bombarded with emails. I get bombarded. We're talking about maybe last time I did it, I got about 300 emails in just a short period of time. I mean, within, you know, 48 hours. Of course, everybody wants to work, and of course, everybody. But as I spent 2 weeks thumbing through all these guys, there was if there wasn't, they didn't have a car to get to work. It was they lived 60 miles away, or it was don't have a driver's license. Oh, it didn't have a cell phone. I mean, by the time I screen and jump through all those hoops, that is what I mean, I came up with, you know, probably 10 guys. So, and then, you know, the other guys that were working for me at the time, this was before the guy used the mower on that job, they tried, when they found out I was looking for help, they kind of tightened up a little bit. So, you know, went another 3 or 4 weeks, and then by that time, it was the end of the summer, or getting close to the end of the summer, where I could just do it myself, or do it with 1 or 2 guys. So anyway, trying to make this video short and to the point, and I'd love to get some feedback on what you guys do for help. What do you guys pay your help? Am I not paying enough? You know? Am I paying too much? I don't know. So please, leave a comment below. And again, Merry Christmas to everybody. And, hey, the grind still goes on, man. See you, man.